So what I mean to tell that if you want to check which particular function a smart form is associated with a particular output type, you can come and check it over here. So for this purchase order, this output type is particular function.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so what I mean to tell that if you want to check which particular function a smart form is associated with a particular output type, you can come and check it over here. So for this purchase order, this output type is associated. So you can double click or you can click on this display button over here. Uh, just let me go once again over here, the print program. Double click on this processing routine, and here you will be able to see that the program, this is the form routine, Adobe entry new. And so this particular a standard Adobe form has been associated with that particular output type. Here you can see that for this output type. So this is the this will be done by the function people. What you will have to do, you have to only create the a smart form and PDF, and you have to give them. Okay, they will tell you the requirement and they will be able to integrate. Okay, they will be integrating it. Sometimes we also require to understand all these things in order to debugging, right? So just if you want to find out the name of the smart form, you can go. So once again, I'm going to repeat the step. You can go to the next transaction, and suppose for ME23 and you are looking for the smart form, so you can ME23N, right? You can go it over here, click on this messages, and the message type, it will be there somewhere in preparation, purchase order, RO, receiver, channel, output request. Ramiredi, can you please guide me how to check this message type from here? Where can we check the message type? So actually here somewhere we'll get the message type, or suppose if you're not able to, output type is the purchase underscore order. We are having this output type. Okay, I think output type and purchase order type both is same. So this all thing will be they will be giving you the output type. You can ask to your functional, they will be giving you the output type. You can go to the next transaction, like I have come over here and come over here, click on this output types, and once first you'll have to select the application. So this is related with the purchase order. Okay, so we can click on this purchase order. Okay, click on this output types, and here the processing routine, select this whichever you want, and click on this processing routines, and here you will be able to see that the subroutine. Okay, so this is the step you will have to follow. You'll have to go inside the next transaction. That's the important part, and from there you can find the Adobe form. Once you the Adobe form or smart form, once you find, let's suppose you find the smart form and you are not able to, like they're telling that some output or something is going to be wrong, right? If they are going to tell that some output or something is going to be wrong, for example, here in this we are having this smart form now, SC38, go to this SC38 and run this. Here we can get that we are having this paint preview, and let's suppose here this net weight is not coming correctly, or net price is not coming correctly. All right, you have to find why it's not coming correctly, right? Or suppose some address is not coming correctly. So mostly such kind of logic will be written inside the driver program. Okay, mostly such kind of logic is going to be written inside the driver program, and driver program you'll have to just identify, right? So you can see that in our case also we have the driver program, correct? This is the driver program. Inside this we have written the logic. So you can go and check why suppose address is not coming correctly, right? So we can go and check why the address is not coming correctly, because the address number might not be fetching correctly. So we can come and check it over here. Similarly, here in the next transaction, if you check here in the next transaction, the code actually, what when we click on this some message type, right, we'll have to suppose display this PDF will have to display for that particular purchase order. Message has been generated during the form rendering. Okay, so some configuration issue or some problem is there, it's not working, right? You can see that it's not working, but this is generally what we follow the step. So the problem here, like for example, suppose in your PDF form some data is not coming correctly, right? So the call of the smart form will be like this only, right? Will be like this only. Here we have written, no, right? Here you can see that SSF function module name we are using over here in order to get the function module, correct? And here the prepare parameters and display smart form. This is the smart form we are calling from here. Okay. So here also, let me take some perfect example. This is the standard PO. Ramiredi, were there? Hello.
Yeah, hello. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, Pankaj.
yeah. Can you please let me know here how to check the, like I want to generate the PDF from here. We have to click on this message only, right?
Yes, yes. There only we'll have output types. So here
Yeah.
output type is there, right? So can you please click on that? Yeah, F4 option. Yeah, click on that.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, this is the only output type, but it is
Hmm.
only showing the description. So we can enable the keys here. Go to settings and uh,
Uh,
no, sorry. The application, I mean standard toolbar, last one option.
okay. Options.
Options. Yes.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
under options, interaction design folder,
Hmm.
visualization one,
Okay.
show keys with drop down list.
Okay.
Apply OK.
Okay.
Oh, it's not coming. Just give me a moment.
Okay.
Can you go back one step? Back one step.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Again, one
Yes.
more step.
Yeah.
Yeah, here personal settings is there na in the application toolbar. Last but one,
Yes.
personal settings.
Hmm. Hmm.
Here display key is there already,
Hmm.
but there only it should show basically.
Okay. No. So actually, my question is like, when we, like, suppose I want to see the PDF of this, PDF of this purchase order. So this is the step we'll have to follow, right? Message,
Yes,
and
yes,
we'll come
yes.
over here, and we'll have to click on this button, right?
Yes, 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 yes. From here
And
only
it,
we will. Yes.
yeah, and we then it's giving some error message like messages have been generated during the form rendering. Some problem
Yes,
is
yes.
there, right?
Yeah, there is an issue. Yes.
Okay. So actually, and where I can see some another PDF form, maybe some another transaction, finance related or something like that. Uh,
Okay. So it is again. It will be same like NACE
mm,
configuration should be correct. So you can go to
yeah,
sales order or you can go to billing document.
yeah. So
Any
VA01.
billing. VS01 is for sales order.
Okay, so here also I can
But
get
there
some.
should be a configuration to to trigger the output.
Yeah, so I'm just looking for some, if I can get some so that I can show here how to debug.
Okay,
Uh,
okay. So can you go to VS01 order type CS? Give CS order
okay, just
VA01.
okay. I have come over here in VA03 in display sales document.
VA01. If we can create a cache order, because by default there will be one output type for cache
Okay,
order.
okay, got. Okay, let me go there. VA01.
VA01
Okay,
CS. Here
CS.
CS
Huh?
and then sales organization 1000,
1000.
distribution channel 10,
Distribution channel 10.
and division 00.
00.
Yeah,
Okay.
can you click on enter?
Yes. Okay. This sales organization is correct. A BNB.
1000.
Okay. 1000. 1000. Yes. It's telling does not exist.
Okay. So actually this is the standard sales area which will be there by default, but in your system it is not there.
Okay, no
So
problem. No
yeah, we
problem.
have to look into those, organization unit.
Yeah, let me check. I have one more system. So material node for
BA01.
this will VA01. Here just I'm trying to look into VA01, and here we can try once again
Yes.
CS
1000
1000.
10
Yes, 10
00.
00.
Yeah, click on enter.
Yes, yeah, here it is fine. Yes, yes.
So here you can give 1000 sold to party because there will be standard
Uh,
customer. Click on enter
o-
in the keyword.
okay, okay,
Yeah, you can just say continue. Yes.
okay.
So you can give
Yeah,
material number M-05 because that is one of the standard material 05
okay,
and
okay,
give some quantity 1 or 5 next field. Yes.
okay. And unit also?
No, not required. You can just
Okay,
click on enter.
okay. So you can see that when I'm pressing enter, you can see so many program is running in backend. So this is all for putting the validation and all. So many program. So and that's why SAP is known as the robust software. Yeah, now it's
Yeah,
fine.
just in the main menu, edit and incompletion log. Main menu, edit.
Edit.
Uh, just check incompletion log. Last but one option.
Okay. Yeah,
You can
document
save this
is
document now.
okay.
So after that, once it is saved, we can go to the change mode of this document.
Okay.
And then there we can see the invoice, partial invoice triggered in the order.
Okay. Okay. Okay, it's taking some time, so let it take some time. Fine. So what actually I'm trying to tell here, that once it will come again, will come back over here. Meanwhile, when we have to debug the smart form, what we can do that, this is one way, like, you have to check out from where that function module is getting called, right? So that place you will have to identify, and you have to see what the parameter is being passed from there. So you have to check like the parameter which is passing from here. Suppose some item detail is wrong, right? Some incorrect item is coming, so you have to check how this item underscore bbrp is getting filled and how it is getting prepared. When you come to know that how it's getting prepared, based upon that, you know you will be able to come to the conclusion that, based upon that, you will find out the problem, what is the problem is there. So this is one way. I think it is completed. Yeah, it is completed now.
Yeah, we can go to the change mode, VA02 key code. VA02 key code, change mode. So looks like screen is stuck, Pankaj, due to some network issue.
Just a second, let me log in once again. The transaction VA,
VA02
this time I'll go to VA02. Yes,
20157.
20157.
Yes.
Okay, so this is what we have created.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we need to go to check into VBAK table, is it?
No, not read. From here only we can check.
Okay, from where?
Go to the sales document, main menu, top. See issue output to select.
Okay, but this order itself is not existing.
See here RD03 is the message type, which is configured in
Yes.
NACE.
Right.
And you
Okay.
just click on, select it and click on print preview.
Okay.
So this is the
Yeah.
cash sale invoice. So counter sales invoice, which is generated.
Okay.
So
Okay. Okay.
basically,
Fine.
whenever we go to shopping and all, there immediately, whenever they enter the order information invoice, they will give receipt, right? So this is in the
Right.
sales
Right.
order, this receipt is coming.
Okay.
And for this configuration, as you said, it will be done in NACE transaction under V1 application.
Okay. Okay.
Since it is a sales order.
Okay. Fine.
So
Fine.
there we can see the program and form, which form it is and things like that.
Yes. So suppose our functional is Rami Reddy over here. He has come to us. Let's suppose he is having some problem. He's telling that this particular customer number, or let's suppose this date is not printing correctly. Okay, or this address is not coming correctly. So what should be our approach to check it? Okay, so one thing is that we can ask him directly that, can you please tell me about the message type, right? And we can also ask, so message type is generally we ask about the message type and the application. These two information generally we get from them, and you can just remember this message type, and what you can do that you can go to the NACE transaction /o NSCE. Once you come over here,
Application is V1.
yeah, application is V1. Come over here, and this is the sales. You can see that for sales, this is the V1 application, and go to the output types. Okay, under this output types, the list of output type
Yeah,
will be listed over here.
here we can search for RD03. Yes.
Yeah, so by clicking on this position, we can search for the RD03. RD03, press enter, and here is the RD03 cash invoice sales. Okay, select this one, click on this processing written, double click. Okay, and once you double click, you will be able to see that from where that particular, you can see that this is the program, this is the form routine, and this is the form subroutine from where this particular smart form, this is the standard smart form is being called. Okay, so now what you can do that you can go to this program, go here /o SC38, right, or you can just double click over here, but I require this screen. Copy this and paste this program over here, click on this display button. Once you come to this program, you will have to search out about this. This is the form routine entry, and in this entry form routine, this is the subroutine inside which this a smart form has been called. Okay, in this smart form has been called. So what you can do that now you can search either this smart form directly in this program. Directly you can search it. Okay, Control V and let's search. If you are able to find, that is fine. You can see that at many places that name is coming, but which one is the smart form, we are not clearly sure. So it is little confusing. So what approach we are going to follow that the subroutine we are going to see, search for the subroutine, Control V. Okay, and this is also we are not able to find. So this form subroutine is there, no form subroutine entry. There will be a entry subroutine over here. Just you can scroll down and we'll be able to see that. You can see that this entry subroutine is there. So this is nothing but your subroutine pool. Such kind of program is known as the subroutine pool. If you go and check the attribute over here, go to and click on this attribute button, and here that SAP, okay, no, it's executable program only. SAP standard cells. Let me do one thing. Form include report. Okay, it's executable program only. Okay, it's not a subroutine pool. So actually we write the code in subroutine pool also, for such kind of scenario, we write the code in subroutine pool only, where you have the list of subroutine. Okay, you have list of subroutine. So here what will happen that when that message will be triggered, this particular form entry is going to be triggered, and it will stop it over here. And now you can just start debugging. Okay, I'll just show you once again. I put the breakpoint over here, and again we will go to that VA02 transaction /n VA02 transaction over here, and go to this sales document, go to the issue output 2, and click on this print preview, and you can see that ABAP debugger got triggered. Okay, so come over here, and suppose some address information is not coming correctly, right? So I want to look into that. It has stopped over here, correct? And press F5 over here, get the data. This is where we are getting the data, right? Perform get data. It's preparing the data, RB price get mode. This is the function module, right? And here we are getting the data TKOMB, and from this data we are preparing some another data RB document print view. This is the data we are printing. Okay, so we are facing some problem into the address, right? So you'll have to identify which particular field is binded with the address, right? So this is the standard, this is the standard one. So here you might feel little difficulty to identify this issue, but if it is a custom one, no, it's easy to identify. generally this will be the code written like this. Okay, this will be the code written like as we have written in the standard custom program, right? In SE38 here also you have written, correct, this. So like that the code will be written, and for you it will be easy there to identify and to find out the address. Okay, here you will require little expertise over here and maybe some more time also. A standard also you can debug, there is nothing like that you cannot, but it will take more time or it may take a lot of time because the standard code is complex. Sometimes it becomes very complex, and it takes a lot of time, and sometimes we just leave it because of it's a complexity and it's a time consuming. So I will give some time over here and I will try to find out that where the address number is getting populated. Okay, so let's go and check. I'm going to press F5 and this is fine. So directly what I will do that, and directly I will use my debugging skill over here, and to know that the it will somewhere it will be using the function module underscore name in order to get what, in order to get what, the function module name from the smart form, right? Because the function module name is going to be changed in all the systems, so dynamically you'll have to determine the function module name, and for that the SAP here also they must have used SSF underscore function underscore module underscore name. But before that, let us see whether this is a smart form or Adobe form. This will have to, if it is a Adobe form, the story is going to be little different. Okay, so the function module name is going to be changed, other thing is going to be same. V1, and go to this output types. Just I want to see that what actually this one, FD03, this was RD03. Okay, we have written it, double click, and the form type, it has not given anything over here, right? It has not given anything, so this is one another problem, right? So actually the form type, it will tell you over there. Here no, it will whether it is a smart form or if it is a PDF. If it is PDF, that means it's Adobe form. If it is a smart form, that means obviously it is a smart form, right? But it is not given this information, so we are not sure how it's whether it's calling the function Adobe form or a smart form, or it might be using some another technology, right? I'm not sure. Here we are not sure at this point of time, but still let me check how it's doing. In a standard, such kind of problem happens, so nothing to worry. SSF underscore function underscore module underscore and name. Okay, so a spelling mistake is here. Give me a star. Let me give a star over here, a star. Press F. Click on this. Okay, dynamic breakpoint, I have just put it over here, and I'm going to press F8. Let me see if it is able to identify. No, it didn't stop. That means it's not there, right? Once again, what I will do, that I will go and do. So some effort will have to put. It may take more time also because of this is the standard, but this is the approach what we follow. Okay, first we'll have to identify the place where the code has been written, and you'll have to put the breakpoint over here, and from here you can start and debugging. So press F5, check the form open over here. You can see that form open. So generally we open the form in case of Adobe form, so it seems that it is a Adobe form, or it may be SAP script also. Form open, form close is there in the SAP script and SAP Adobe form. So it seems like SAP script because none of the option is selected from there. Okay, fine. I will come to know that whether this is SAP script or SAP smart form. Come over here, form open is there, form title print. Yes, this is the SAP script. Okay, if such kind of code is there, you can see that different perform is there. right? So it will pass the text element and it will print the. So we didn't study about the SAP script, so at this point of time it will not be, you know, that much easy. But here, you know, the subroutine name, see how it's going to be helpful. The subroutine name perform item print, right? Header text print, header inter, I don't know, header notice, header serve, header data, validity, form title, right? And what is that? It seems like address, and address was there in the in the in the, you know, header. So maybe we can go and check over here, right? We can go and check. Press F8, it will come over here, and press F5. This is the SAP script. You can see that right form. So whenever you use the SAP script, the right form, this function module will have to call, and they will have to pass the element. You can see that header text is the element, okay? And after passing the element, what it will do, that it will print the data over there, right? So we are passing the header text, and so this is how actually this SAP script works. But you'll have to check that particular, you know, here it will be a little difficult for you to understand, leave this part, because this is not the a smart form. A smart form and Adobe form, you will feel like debugging is almost same in the smart form and Adobe form. So if it would have been Adobe form also, I would have shown you over here, but unfortunately it is not. So I will not be able to show you over here. But this is the general principle what we follow. Okay. So in case of a smart form, you know, if you don't want to go to check the message type in the NES and all these things, so you have one simple option also over here. What you can do, that a very simple option and very useful. You can, you know, activate the debugger. Okay, if you don't know the output type and all these things, and suppose your functional is not available and the issue is urgent, something like that, you can activate the debugger. Okay, and you can put the dynamic breakpoint. Okay, you can put the dynamic breakpoint on what? You can put the ssf underscore function underscore module underscore num. So somewhere certainly this is going to happen, this is going to be there, and automatically it will go and stop it over there. So you will go exactly at the place where the, you know, a function module, like the calling of the smart form, just after this the calling of the smart form will be, calling of the function module will be there, because first you have to get the name of the function module, then you are going to call that function module, right? But this is going to help if a smart form has been called, right? At this point of time you don't know whether this is a smart form or Adobe form, so you have the two option over here. Okay, one is that you can put that breakpoint. In a smart form you don't have to write job open, job close like that. Okay, but in Adobe form you have to use, when in the driver program you will have to use three function module: job open, job close, and between that you will have to use. In SAP script also, job open and job close, this function module has to be used, right? So what actually I mean to tell it over here, and that some important point, ms pen to come over here, and if it is, you know, if it is the smart form, if it is a smart form, so you can have either a smart form, right, or you can have the SAP script. SAP script. SAP script has been obsolete now, but in, you can see that in existing development it is there, right? That's why SAP script is also important to learn, but my system is not configured. If it is, you know, uh, uh, means it is not supporting actually SAP script, that editor. But I will try to show you, I will try to arrange the system. Okay, and Adobe form, this is the Adobe form. So what actually I'm trying to tell, that all these require like Adobe form also, this is smart form also, SAP script also, all this required to be called from a print program, right? All this need to be called from a print program, then only we will get the output, right? Then we will get the output. So in the print program, what you can have in the SAP script, you have, you know, job open for this SAP script. No, sorry. Here you have the open form. Okay, open form, write form, and close form. These three function module you'll have to use in the SAP script. Okay, in the smart form, you have seen that which function module we must have to use. Means must use function module, SSF underscore function. You must have to use this function module in order to, if you don't use, that means your code is not dynamic and it will dump in the production. So whether it is a SAP development or your development, you are going to use this function module. Okay, SSF underscore function underscore module name. Okay, and then in Adobe form, you have to use, you know, open job, not the open job, I think open form here also. I'm not able to remember exactly in the Adobe form which particular, either it's an open job or open form. Okay, I will just make you sure tomorrow what is exactly this is, open job or open form, like that. But the one thing is here important, just forget this, forget this part. The another function module also which you have to use, that is the fv underscore function underscore module underscore name. Must have to, you know, use this one again, so that, you know, in the another system that Adobe form and smart form both generates a function module. Okay, when you activate the smart form and Adobe form, both generates a function module. SAP script does not generate any function module. Okay, so in order to identify the function module name, you must have to use this function module. So what you can do, that you can put the breakpoint on this function module also. Okay, just go back. Where is that? We have opened here, we have, right? You can go into debugging and switch to the new ABAP debugger. Okay, so I'm just closing some unnecessary session which is creating the confusion. So you can come over here, right? Go once again. I'm going to activate the debugger. From beginning, I'm showing you once again. Sales document. Click on this issue output to. And go to breakpoint and put the dynamic breakpoint. So dynamic breakpoint, SSF underscore function module name, then FP underscore function module name. So if a smart form will be there, it will stop, right? If if Adobe form is there, it will stop. And if SAP script is there, you can use the write form, because to print the SAP script, you must have to use this write form. You must have to use this write form function module, must have, no other way. Okay, open form, write form, and close form. These three function module you must have to use. So these three you'll have to use over here and put the breakpoint. Either of one will get certainly triggered. Okay, either of one will get certainly triggered. And just to make sure that everything should work fine, it is not there in some update debugging or all, you can come over here and just enable this. This is fine. Or system also, if you want these two, first two you can just enable and click on this OK button. And now just press F8. Okay, now press F8, select this one, click on this OK button. Oh, sorry, I did the mistake is that I'm supposed to click on the print preview. Okay, let's do once again. No other way. Come over here, and issue output to put the dynamic breakpoint by pressing F9 also. By pressing F9 also, click on this function and you can put the dynamic breakpoint. Okay, click on this. Okay, and now press F8. Now click on this print, this print preview option over here. And because we have put the breakpoint over here, it's stopped. I'm going to remove this time. Okay. Okay. Again, press F8. Okay, here also I think no, it's fine. It's a dynamic breakpoint. See here, delete all instances of the dynamic breakpoint. Why it has stopped? Because the right form, we have put the breakpoint on right form now, and it is, so we come to know that because the right form it is getting triggered because it's a SAP script. It's using the SAP script. You can see that SAP script it is using. So by this way also you can stop it over here. So the main important point is to identify where the code has been written to call the SAP script or SAP smart form or SAP Adobe form. Once you identify the code, it is very easy to debug. You can just backtrack like how the data is populating. From here you can go into the stack, and from a stack you can just so for printing the title, it's from printing the title, they are certainly going to prepare the data. Right here you can say that they are opening the form, open form, write form, and close form. Right, in the Adobe form I think it's open job, and then the all operation of the function module related, and then the close job. Okay, so like that it's there. Fine then. So this is the trick. Another thing, suppose in the smart form itself you have written some code. Let's suppose in the smart form itself you have written some code. For example, here, okay, let's wait for a second. Yeah, so in a smart form itself you can go to /n smart forms and go into the change mode, and here you have the program lines. Right, you have the program lines. Here we have written some code, loop at this GB price total. We were doing the calculation over here. So such kind of code, if you want to identify, right, such kind of internal code also, it can create the problem. So in such scenario, actually what you can do, that if you have to identify some code where the code has been written, you can copy the code. So I've just copied some code, and once you copy the code, you'll have to go to the function module. So this function module, press F8, you will come to the function module, go into the display mode. Okay, press over here and Control V, search for this code globally, and you can see that here the code is there in the function module. So currently it is commented, right? So if you have some active code, you can put the breakpoint over there and you can check out like how some total price, if it is not coming correctly, how it's going to do. So this is one another way, but with the first way itself you are going to do everything. Okay, once you go over there like how your smart form is getting called and all, it's very easy for you to debug. Right, it's very easy for you to debug. Right, so this is how you can debug your smart form. You can see that this is the code. All this code is responsible for printing the smart form. Right, this is the code, this is the standard code, and inside the standard code your custom code will be written over here. Okay, you can see that CO1. Right, so this is how you can debug the smart form. Okay, any question if you have, just let me know. I will Let's stop it over here. Fine, then let's meet tomorrow, and tomorrow we'll start that table control one. Okay, fine then. Bye bye. Have a nice day.